Hey, this is Sam with The Verge, and I'm here with a PlayStation Vita which has just been updated to firmware version 1.60, which went live on the PlayStation Network in Japan today. The update adds map support and also video recording. So let's take a look at the Maps feature. It's an application that's been added to the home screen just like any other. It's a pretty standard implementation of Google Maps, really. It's got the basic features you'd expect in any smartphone app. You can search for an address, you can get your own location. There's directional support, bookmarking, flags, and you can change from map to satellite data or a combination of the two. I only have the Wi-Fi model of the Vita, so this is actually grabbing my location via the network it's connected to rather than GPS, because the hardware is not inside this model. But it's done a pretty good job, and actually when I was walking around outside earlier I did find it did a pretty good job of tracking my location with a pocket Wi-Fi router. The main advantage of this app over, say, a smartphone app is like the size of the screen. So if I compare it to the iOS app here, you can see that the elements are the same size on screen in real terms, and we're at the same level of zoom, but you can just see a whole lot more at once with the Vita. One disadvantage is the speed of loading the information, so if I move this, it'll probably checkerboard pretty much straight away. Yeah, as you can see, it's here. Whereas the iPhone app gives you a little more leeway to scroll around, and the data seems to be cached kind of further in advance. But overall, it's a pretty decent implementation. I don't think I'd go so far as to pull the Vita out of my bag to use it instead of my phone, but for certain applications it might have its uses. For the video taking functionality, that was added to the photo app, so let's give it a go. So yeah, the main change here is there's a green button here which lets you switch between still photo and video, and the only other option you have is switching between the front and the back cameras. So let's see what happens when we take a video. Press the shutter button. Then you stop. It takes a few seconds to save, and it saves to the same camera roll as your photos. It doesn't save to the videos application, so you have to look at the videos along with your photos, and the play controls appear on top of the video. Yeah, so one thing you're not going to be getting out of this is high quality recordings. It's only a 640 by 480 camera on the front and the back, and as we noted in our review, it's a pretty poor experience shooting still photos, and the same holds true for the videos. The colours are washed out and the resolution's low, highlights get blown out very quickly. But all the same, it's kind of strange that Sony omitted the feature in the first place, so it's probably better to have it than not, all things considered. So yeah, this is firmware 1.60 on the PlayStation Vita.